Imagine yourself watching a movie or having video conferencing with your mates, and the sound which you are hearing is so real that you can feel them around you, creating an illusion that you are actually present in the virtual reality environment. But today's traditional listening devices fails to create such realistic sound impression, and we often feel disconnected with the auditory scene presented to us. For example, with the headphone listening, we most of the times perceive sound inside our head. In addition, we recognize sound seems to be coming from back of our head, even if they are supposed to come from the front. This attributes to the fact that conventional headphones are not customized to every individual, which is a must for natural listening. We also have the speaker based listening, as in surround sound setups like 5.1, 10.2, or even higher with more number of speakers. These speaker based systems doesn't have the problems of headphone listening. However, here we get the best impression only at the center of the listening area, popularly known as the sweet spot, and thus listener movements are constrained to one particular position. Sound perception doesn't remain the same as you move around, which is far from natural. Then there is wave field synthesis based setup which uses the speaker array, and it does not possess the problem of either surround sound setup or the headphone listening. As it is clear from the name, it uses the natural sound propagation principles to create replica of true sound such that the entire listening area is the sweet area, and the listeners are free to move anywhere in the listener space. Sounds can be perceived to come from anywhere in the virtual space, that is even from the behind of the speaker array as well as from the front of the speaker array, creating a convincing sound image around you. But all these great features comes at the cost of large number of densely spaced speakers enclosed around the listeners, which is not always practical, especially in a home listening scenario, and that is why we see these kind of setups being only used in the places like theaters, auditoriums, lecture halls with large audiences and the hundreds of loudspeakers being deployed. My PhD topic is on enabling realistic sound experience for consumer listening to overcome the problems of traditional listening devices. What I am working on is to develop a hybrid system combining the speaker array using wavefield synthesis on the frontal side and the headphone listening to reproduce the side and the rear sounds, eventually replacing the speakers in an enclosed speaker array setup. Thus, this hybrid system takes benefits of both the approaches, and the result is complete 3D sound reproduction.